Our topic for today's class is Coulomb's law between two charges. Coulomb's law between two charges. It is simply when the two charges are Q1, Q2 separated by a distance R, the force between interaction, or we can say that attraction or repulsion, is given by force is directly proportional to the product of charges. Force is directly proportional to the product of charges and the only magnitude of the charges. Force between them is independent. Force between them is independent of charges Q1 and Q2. Like independent means whether it is positive or whether it is negative. We only require only magnitude. That's why we are applying modulus here. And force is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Force is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Now we are combining these two, and the final equation is force is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 over R square. And as we know, when proportionality sign reduces, there is a constant. जब भी हम किसी proportionality sign को हटाते हैं तो एक constant आता है, and the constant is K. That is K Q1 Q2 over R square. So now K, where K is constant, the value of K is 9 into 10 raised to power 9. 9 into 10 raised to power 9, and unit is Newton per meter, Newton meter square per Coulombic square. As we know, the unit of charge is Coulomb and this distance is meter and force is Newton. Now we will discuss about the K, that is proportionality constant. Discuss about K, that is proportionality constant. Just note it down. The value of K is given by K is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. The value of K is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where this one is epsilon naught. This one is epsilon naught. Naught means it is the epsilon naught means it is a permittivity of free space. It is a permittivity, but it means it is a permittivity of free space. What epsilon naught means? It is the permittivity of free space. Permittivity is the simply ability. Permittivity is the simply ability to store field lines, electric field lines in vacuum. Permittivity is the simply ability to store field lines in vacuum. Now the value of epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12, and the unit of epsilon naughts are Newton inverse, meter inverse and Coulombic square. Just note it down. We also have calculated the value of k from here only. As we know, for the value of pi is 22/7 and the value of epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12. We will get the value 9 into 10 raised to power 9 and the unit is, we have discussed it earlier. Please note it down. Now, we are discussing the relative permittivity, or we can say that dielectric constant. Now, we are discussing relative permittivity, or we can say dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. Dielectric constant, it is a simply K, not that K which we have used in the force, Coulombic force, not that K. It is simply the ratio of force on two charges, medium is air, and force on two charges when medium is any. When medium is any. Simply it is given by, force of air is given by 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over R square. Here we use epsilon naught. Simply it is a permittivity of vacuum now. Now force on medium. Force on medium is given by 1/4 pi epsilon. Here we are not using epsilon naught because it is in the medium. Q1 Q2 over R square. Dividing these two, we will get epsilon over epsilon naught. Or we can say that simply dielectric constant is given by F of air over F of any medium is equal to epsilon over epsilon naught. Simply it is a ratio of force in vacuum and force in the medium of two charges. Just note it down. Now, we have discussed our electrostatic force, that is Coulombic force, in the terms of scalar only. And what is the role of direction? Or we can say that, is there any role of direction between the charges? Yes, it is. We are discussing our Coulombic force in vector form. Coulomb's force in vector form. As you all are very aware about the term scalar and vector, scalar is only the magnitude and vector is magnitude as well as direction. Now Coulomb's law in the vector form. Just डिस्कस ऑन द डायग्राम. पूरा अच्छे से डायग्राम समझना, देन हम उसको क्या करने वाले हैं, हमारे फोर्स को करने वाले हैं. जब तक डायग्राम नहीं समझ में आएगा उसका, तब तक कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला. तो जस्ट अपना ध्यान यही लगाना हमने. टू फोर्सेस One is Q1 and Q2. In this there are two parts. First is when the charges are like and when the charges are unlike. As we know, unlike charges attract each other and like charges repel each other. I am doing the part of like charges. For the unlike charges, you will do it by yourself. If you face any doubt, it is just same, just the direction is changed. If you face any problem, you can text me, I will send you. Now Q1, Q2 is the like charges separated by a distance. Now Q2, इसका फोर्स Q2 क्या करेगा, इसको रिपेल करने वाला ना, तो रिपेल करने में इसकी डायरेक्शन कहाँ होगी, इसमें में होने वाली है। Q2 जब Q1 को रिपेल करेगा, डायरेक्शन कहाँ होगी, यहाँ पे। तो फोर्स क्या लगा, F12, फोर्स क्या लगा, F12, and it is in the form of vector. F12 means force exerted by 2 on 1. Force exerted by 2 on 1, it means F12. When Q1 charges apply force to Q2, it will also repels and goes in the direction F21. It means force exerted by 1 on 2. Force exerted by 1 on 2. Now the role of direction. That is R vector or R vector, R cap you can say. Now the direction of charges is given by R21 is in this direction. Since R21 means the position vector R, the position vector 1 towards 2, and it means 2 towards 1, and it means R12 means 2 towards 1 and R21 means 1 towards 2. Just note this diagram. Now we are determining these forces, this one and this one. F12 is given by, it is given by K product of charges over R. What about R? R21. It's just only we are using the magnitude as the distance is only in the magnitude. And we have to show the direction since it is in the form of vector form. It is given by R21 cap. As you all are very aware about I cap, J cap and K cap. I cap, J cap and K cap. So it is just only in that term. It is R21. Similarly, the force 2F21 is given by the force F21 is given by K Q1 Q2 over R12 square into R12 cap. Got it? Now we have to find the proper direction. We have to find in the terms of proper direction. Since, as you know, R cap. What about R cap? It is simply the direction only, unit vector. That is vector over magnitude. Vector over magnitude. So we can write R12. We can write R12 as R12 vector and R12 vectors magnitude. We can write R12 cap as R12 vector and R12 magnitude, and R21 cap as R21 vector over R21 vectors magnitude. Simply the magnitude is cut and just remaining is the direction only. Now apply these R21 vector magnitude. Similarly, in this, you will done it by yourself only, and the final result is given by square. Same term क्या हो जाएगा? Cube हो जाएगा. क्या हो जाएगा? Cube हो जाएगा. Like this. K Q1 Q2 over R21 vectors magnitude Q and dotted and R vector 21. Similarly, the formula of F21 is like this. Simply the direction is here, it is 1 towards 2, and there it is 2 towards 1. Now, there are some limitations of our Coulomb's law. There are some limitations of Coulomb's law. It means you can also say that there are also drawbacks of Coulomb's law. Like something को कुछ explain नहीं कर पाया था कौन? Coulomb's law. और वो क्या थे drawbacks थे? First, it is only applicable for the two charges only. It is only applicable for the two charges only. Only for two charges. And it is a long range force. For more than two charges, we apply our superposition principle. For more than two charges, we apply superposition For more than two charges, we apply our superposition principle. So